Are you looking for 10 things to do with your family while staying in Miami? Welcome guys to Vacation Specialists in Miami, Florida. In this video, I'm going to show you 10 different things that you can do with your family while staying here in Miami. Let's go with number 1, the Aventura Mall. The Aventura Mall is located between Miami and Fort Lauderdale. It's very well known because it has it's the premier actually a shopping mall of the entire Miami and South Florida. It has an entire collection of one of the most luxurious brands in the world, such as Balenciaga, Rolex, Gucci, Hermes, and much more. This place also has a pretty cool Apple store that it was rebuilt in 2008 by a company, a design company very well known called Foster's and Partners. It has two very cool things, this place, which is number 1, an amphitheater where the Apple staff use it to showcase new features from their computers, iPhones, for people live in person, which I find very cool. And it also has a Genius Group. What a Genius Group means is basically a place where you have seats for people and also you have trees in the same place. And this Apple Store has it, one in the inside and one in the outside, which I found very good. And they use it for customer service, support, and all that kind of stuff. Also, which this mall has is the iconic love sculpture, which you can see over here, made by Robert Indiana, which everyone likes to take pictures with it, so it's pretty cool. And other things that this Aventura Mall has is like 300 very well-known retailers from all the world, such as Lacoste, Zara, H&M, Hollister, Abercrombie, Sephora. Every time I say Sephora, it reminds me to all the afternoons that I spent with my mom, actually waiting for my mom to buy all the things. I don't know what she bought every time we go there, but I know that she spent a lot of time and money. So if you're a woman and like all that type of stuff, I would highly recommend you to check that out. Also, you have Ralph Lauren. This shopping mall, it has around 4 to 5 department stores, which some of them are Macy's, Bloomingdale's, Nordstrom, where are like massive places where you can find different brands. Also, you can find like second-hand brands, which you can find like a lot of different options, not that expensive, which is very cool. And of course, you have restaurants, you have Starbucks, you have Cheesecake Factory, and other cool places for you to have a great dinner or lunch, or also breakfast along your family. And this brings us to place number 2, which is Brickell City Center, or also known as the heart of Miami. This place is like a very high luxury series of blocks, and a couple of things that this place has is like, it's an achievement of innovation and artistry. It's a mixed-use space, meaning that at the same block, it has 2 residential towers, 2 mid-level commercial buildings, and like in the middle, at the back, it has a called East Hotel, like a very high luxury hotel, that it's basically they marketed like a supercharged fashion and culinary experience hotel. For those who don't know what a culinary experience means, I actually looked it up because I didn't know before. It is like an experience around a specific type of chef, either because of the chef has a lot of specialties that nobody else has, or also that chef is from a specific country where that country has a specific food culture. Meaning, if we're talking about Mexico, we can say that tacos are very like well known in Mexico. So you can say that eating tacos from a Mexican chef is a culinary experience from Mexico. So I hope that brings you closer to that concept. And also in terms of shops, this Brickell City Center has 4 levels of luxury world-class entertainment and dining, and is interconnected to 107,000 square foot of Saks Fifth Avenue, and which I found very cool, a luxury VIP cinema by CMX, where the cool thing about it is that the seats of the cinema are from leather, and also they give you handmade cocktails for you to drink over there. And also, other than the usual popcorn, sodas that you can have in a regular cinema, you can also go 30 minutes before your movie begins, and they will prepare you like a chef over there will prepare you an entire meal for you to enjoy of the entire experience of a VIP in a cinema place, which I found very cool. And of course, in regards to eat and drink, you have sushi, you have vegan places, you have farm to table food, meaning that very close to that place where you eat, they produce and grow those foods, which I found it's like an organic type of things, which is very cool. And you have, of course, sweet places like coffees, bars, and other restaurants, which are very awesome. So yeah, I would definitely suggest you to go to Brickell City Center. For me and my family, it's most sightseeing experience rather than by own experience, but that depends on you. I would highly suggest you at least go with your family, check it out, walk a little bit, take a couple of pictures. So the next third thing that you can do while staying in Miami with your family is going to Top Golf. Top Golf is an entertaining place where you combine golf and with food, drinks, music, TVs, and chatting with another. So basically, what this place is, if you are familiar with the golf terminology, it's like a driving range. A driving range is usually where all players go to practice before they actually go to the course. And it's like every single person has his own island where he put balls over there and he shoots to specific targets. Well, this place has like 4 floors of that, and of course many different islands, which every single island, like at the on right, on the left, and in the back, it has like an entire living set. You go with your family, one is playing golf and the other are like sitting over there, chilling, drinking, or eating some food and chatting with each other, which I find very cool. They have like the last technology when it comes to the TV, to see where the ball actually goes. All the targets I suggest you to go closer to the night, because you see everything, all the lights within the target, which I find very interesting. And again, it's a very cool experience. It doesn't matter if you don't play golf, you can go anyways. And if you play golf and you have your own clubs, you can bring it too. So they're renting clubs over there in case you don't have. I would highly suggest to try it with your family. This brings us to thing number 4 that you can do with your family while staying in Miami. And the place is called Nexus Shooting. That's right, Nexus Shooting. That is basically a place where you can buy guns, you can rent guns, and you can, of course, shoot guns. It's like a closed place. And a couple things that I find very interesting is, number 1, that they not only have like physical targets where you post something and you shoot there, but they also have digital targets where you can have fun, where they put like zombies or monsters or different things for you to enjoy while shooting. And of course, it's very safe. You don't have to be a gun expert to go over there. Actually, I went a couple months ago with a couple of friends, and I've never actually seen a gun. So for you to have an idea, and they have like very professional people which tell you how to hold the gun, how to shoot, what to do, what not to do, which I find very cool because it opens the experience to not only people who have experience with guns, but also with people who don't have experience with guns. So I would highly suggest you to go there. Let's go with the thing number 5 that you can do while staying in Miami with your family. And this place is called K1 Speed. It's basically an indoor closed electric go-kart racing place where you can go again with your family, with your friends. You have food places on that same site for after racing, go to drink some burgers or maybe some chicken wings with fries, a soda, and just have an arcade. If you don't necessarily want to race with the cars, you can stay there playing an arcade, which I find very interesting. And yeah, it's not like another world kind of experience, but I personally did it with a friend and his family a couple years ago, and I found it very like energetic and competitive thing to do. So yeah, it's another thing on the list, so I would highly suggest you to try it along your family. Let's go now with number 6, Sawgrass Mills. Sawgrass Mills is an outlet shopping mall in Sunrise, Florida. It's very far from the beach. It has over 2 million square foot retailing space, so it's like a whole universe. It has 329 of the most popular retailers such as Converse, Nike, Foot Lockers, Adidas, Banana Republic, Ralph Lauren, and other many more. An interesting thing about this place is that you can find a lot of off-season items of clothes, jackets, shoes, trousers. Therefore, you can find like less expensive items rather different to or rather than Aventura Mall or Brickell, more in Miami. And to validate that concept, you have a lot of local people who, which their entire business model is buy a bunch of items and cheap in Sawgrass Mills, and they resell it in Miami. So for you to know, how can you like have a great experience with this place, considering the long ride that you have to this place, and because it's very, very big and all that stuff. I ideally suggest you to block maybe half a day, or for example from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. to go with your family, to know that you're going to have lunch there, you're going to walk a lot, you're going to see a lot of different shops. So if you are a person who gets very overwhelmed with a lot of shopping options, I don't know if I would suggest you to go here, but if you're a family member and within your family, there are different individuals who like this type of things, and for example, if you are the man of the family and you have your wife that loves having different options to go shopping, you can go to this place. You can have a Starbucks while your wife is doing shopping, or you can also have maybe lunch with your kids while your wife is doing shopping. So you have many different options for you to have a great experience with your family. With number 7, we have Las Olas Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale. It's around 38-40 minutes depending on the traffic from Miami by car. And the reason why I love this place for you to experience with your family is because it's an entire avenue with a lot of shops, restaurants, coffees, art galleries, shops, I said it, yeah. And it starts in a main avenue that cutting in half, and it ends in Plus Beach, which is also an amazing place to stay for you and your family to go with you and your family. But I will leave that for another video. And the reason why I love this place, especially when we go with my family, is because between you and me, we are Latin people. We are from Argentina, right? In Fort Lauderdale specifically, different from Miami, you really have a lot of American people, or as we call Yankee people. The reason we like that is not because we hate being on vacations with Latin people. I mean, we're Latin, we don't have anything against Latin people. Actually, when we stay in Miami, we stay in Hallandale Beach, that is very close to Miami, and we have a lot of Argentinian people in the beach and close to us, and we don't care. The reason why is because we like, when we go on vacations, to experience that American life, where you see the cars of American people, you see the houses, you see the way how they communicate, how they behave themselves. And also, you have many different cultural restaurants in that boulevard. So it's not just USA, but we fit it that way. And that's the reason why I would love for you to experience that with your family. This brings us to thing number 8 to do in Miami, Florida, which is Wynwood Walls. Wynwood Walls started with Art Basel. What Art Basel is, basically it's a convention that is made in different places, and the goal is to promote local artists, so it's very cool. And all this started in 2009 by a visionary called Tony Goldman, and the vision, he explained, that it was doing an open air art gallery, which then became in an entire neighborhood of open air art gallery. And a cool data of this place is that you have around 50 murals of very well respected street artists from Asia, Europe, Latin America, and the US itself. And also an interesting thing about this that I didn't know before I did my research is that some of the art, they renovate it, they change it every 6 months, which I find very interesting, because it's like they renovate the art, so every time you go, depending on how long it takes for you to go again, you see new art. Of course, you have murals that stay the same always, but you also have these ones that changes. How was our experience with my family? We are not like art lovers. That being said, not every time we travel to Miami, but a lot of times that we travel to Miami, we go there because it's like a nice vibe, like with different cultural people, American, Latin American, and you have like places to eat food, restaurants, ice cream shops, and of course you can buy things. You have like, for example, shops where you have collectible cars, guitars. So it's like a very like art variation neighborhood to experience. And of course, the art is amazing. You can take a lot of pictures. So it's a very like a different kind of experience, whether you are an artist or a love artist or not. I would highly suggest you to go with your family, at least for an afternoon, to experience how is that, you know what I'm saying? So now let's go with the number 9 thing that you can do with your family while staying in Miami, and that's it, Gulfstream Park Racing. This is the home of South Florida's black horse racing. So if you're interested in seeing that type of entertainment and also maybe wagering, you can absolutely go to this place. Also, if you are not that type of person, you can also go because you have different restaurants, you have a casino, of course for adults, you have a 600-seat theater, and different places. Like there are like small blocks where each block has a couple of shops, different shops, where I don't necessarily recommend you to go shopping there, but it's a very nice place to go around 7-8 p.m. with less sun, with your family, to have a walk, then go to eat something, have dinner, and yeah, have fun over there. It's like a very relatable place to Las Vegas because of the casino, the restaurants, the TVs, the music, the racing, the wagering. But you can definitely go with your family, and of course, if you have young kids, you can go too. There is no problem with that. And there is also a very interesting sculpture, like a huge sculpture that you can see from far away in that same block, that is a horse with wheels. And I don't know, a lot of people love that. And for me, it's a reference to know where we are with my family, or we're in Miami. So yeah, if you want to do some of that, I would highly suggest you to try it with your family. And the number 10th and last one is the Hollywood Beach Broadwalk. This is a historic boulevard with an old atmosphere, more than 50 different restaurants with different cultures, and you also have 30 shops and 3 parks. This place is absolutely great in order for you to go with your family to have a nice walk along the sun and the sun and the ocean, maybe for like a sunset, something like 6, 7, 8 p.m. depending on the season. And you can either go cycling, you can walk, you can maybe run, do skateboard, and different like chilly, relaxing things, and then maybe have dinner. So you just have in that same area like a stage scenario where different bands go over there depending on the season, the dates, to play some music, like more like something like country music. So it's a good experience to have. And next to it, for your kids maybe, you have a simulator of waves, so you can basically surf in that simulator. I never did it there, I did it in another place, but it's a pretty fun experience to live. So I would definitely recommend you to go with your family on an afternoon over there. Those are the 10 things that you can do with your family while staying in Miami. This is Vacation Specialist from Miami, Florida. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to see more information about all the experience when vacationing in Miami before you even travel. See you on the next one.